Biz That Is, and our guest today, Bobby Hansen. I'm Tim Witzman. Bobby, you were talking about, some people going on the internet to do things. Right. And frankly, I've done both.
Yes, right. Okay.
Sometimes when I'm doing something pretty simple, I will use the internet. But when I want something more complicated, frankly, I do want to come to you because I think you were involved, but I've been on things where you end up 44 hours of flying, you get back and there are no flights, and they've taken 3 airplanes and crammed them onto one. There are hundreds of people in line. I want to pick up the phone and say, Bobby, help. What do I do?
Right.
And that's been done. I mean, I'll call you back in 15 minutes. I know people text now, but this was my experience.
Yes.
And I'll tell you where to go, and you do that. So I don't know. I haven't figured out why people want to risk a whole bunch of time and money and not have the security of the agency.
Thank you. You are so on target. But it is really, really important because we're there for you. And it was especially like 9/11 when all that happened. We had people out there, and they called our company, and
well, that's right. When no planes were going anywhere.
Yes, right. And so it was a matter of maybe they needed to get a train reservation if it were, close enough in the United States and so on. I know we had some people in Canada and different places like that, and it was a matter of getting car rentals and so on. Maybe it wasn't right there, but
right.
There's different ways you can do that. But we have the knowledge to tell you, well, this is something that's a possibility. Is what I'm at. Yeah.
In fact, within the past week, did I not have somebody go to you for help?
You did. And that's what I love it, because it's always a big challenge, but we know how to do it. And I've been doing this, well over almost 50 years. That's really telling my age. But also we have other staff. Yeah. And we have other staff that have many years, and also that one specific, which you have used her, and she's can speak German, and so we have a lot of variety of things. We have
Das ist gut.
Yes, good. And we have not only our Wichita office, but we also have Derby, and we have a couple of people there, and then we have outside sales. So anyway, everyone, all the knowledge that is there is really interesting.
But there have been a lot of changes. I mean, you brought it up by mentioning the internet. Talk to me about what's changed since 1986.
Oh my gosh.
How has the business changed?
All right. When I first started, we had to call direct to airlines to make reservations. And we had a res card, and we had to write everything out, print everything out. And you didn't use typewriters a lot or whatever. And they even had like telex and things like that we were having to work with. And so I think it took longer. And then we also had, like, they called it an OAG, Official Airline Guide. And it would give you the tariffs, and they would come out every, 2 weeks.
Price.
Yeah. Price is right. And anyway, so all of that has changed. And now every day, I mean, an airfare can change within a matter of 30 minutes or something like that. And there is so much material out there that to sift through all of that, it takes a while for an average person to do that, unless you really have the time. Whereas like with our computers and so on, why upfront, and have a variance of different carriers.
But haven't there also been changes in, for example, the people you work with, whether it's airlines or whatever, haven't they tried to some degree to cut out the agents?
Yes.
Talk to me about that.
All right. Oh, you want to hear about that?
Well, when I think about these things, it's not unique.
Good.
It's going on in
good.
healthcare too.
Oh, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. It really is. And when I first started in the industry, we were commissioned, and it was, I think, 10%,
Wow.
5%. then it became 7%, 5%, and then 0. And so people now, in many cases, that we do need to charge through a fee. Is what it amounts to, and that has changed. And some people really don't understand it, and sometimes it gets pretty frustrating.
Well, I'm going to defend it again, and the reason is, people, there is such thing as travel insurance.
Yeah.
But I consider that fee my travel insurance to a large degree, because it's my
that's
ability
good.
to be connected.
Gosh, that is a
Yes.
neat point, Em, because
It is. I mean, for a trivial amount of money, it's like, if things go wrong,
you can come back.
I'm either stuck or I've got somebody to fix it, and it's worth it to me.
That's an excellent reference, because I haven't had that. It's just a matter
You want me
that,
to go on television
yeah,
sometime?
I wish you would, because it is. I know the agents, sometimes it's difficult for them because they know what they're doing, and people will come to you and they want all this information, and a lot of times, usually what we do is we email out now, where we used to talk on the phone. Well, anymore. It's like you get 100 emails, and they expect the response back immediately, and that's fine. I mean, we try our best and do that. We're not one of those that 3 days later get back in touch with you. But anyway,
well, and I know also I've had your people tell me, well, we really don't do that.
Right.
This is
right
for the thing you're trying to do on this.
No,
go to AAA or whatever.
We do. For instance, like when you're going internationally, they say that a lot of times you don't need a driver's license at international. We suggest that you do, because if you're in an accident or something, boy, it is much better. And I get Have you had it?
I get it every time.
Oh yeah, yeah. Good for you, because it's not that expensive, and it's.
Well, this is fun, but we're going to take another break, and we'll be back in just a moment on Wichita's Biz the Diz.